are you really down? Baby, are you really down? Pixelated kisses got me going insane. Replicate this moment from a million miles away. Waiting for the signal, baby, never make a sound. If you never hear from me, all the satellites are down. Yeah, they're all fucking down. Falling through the atmosphere right now. Baby, are you really down? Baby, are you really down?
I don't ask questions. Moments like these you don't wanna lose. I've learned my lessons. If you leave with a feeling, don't have to prove what it is or it isn't. Gotta have a little trust. I don't care about tomorrow, maybe when it's just us. I love when you move like me. Move a little closer to me. I'll give you the love that you need and the tension we're feeling. It's the energy we're making. Oh, I love it when you move it like me. Oh, love it when you move it like me. You know how I get it, I don't waste no time, waste no time. Best believe that everything falls in line, falls in line. Don't give me a second to catch my breath. No. Now I'ma give it all till I got nothing left. Baby, love when you move like me. Move a little closer to me. Give you the love that you need and the tension we're feeling. It's the energy we're making. Oh, I love it when you move it like me. Love it when you move it like me. What it is or isn't, gotta have a little trust. I don't care about tomorrow, baby, when it's just us. What it is or isn't, gotta have a little trust. I don't care about tomorrow, when it's just us. When you move like me, oh, Lord, when you closer to me, give you the love that you need and the tension we're feeling. It's the energy we're making. Oh, I love it when you move it like me. Love it when you move it like me. Love it when you move it like me. Oh, love it when you move it like me.
Yo, yo, what is up? Oh, still got the countdown up. All right, there we go. How are we doing, folks? How are we doing? Oh, Penguin Wave. Starting this at 11 p.m. is really Prince Bacon. Oh my God, you made it. Hey, thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm sorry for the EU people. It is late. It is late. I've been actually tuning into some European people's streams, but they start so early for me. But I've been considering too maybe starting earlier for the European people. You stayed up for this? Oh, you're crazy. That actually makes me so happy. Wow. Well, it's gonna be a good one. I hyped it up a little bit in the Discord, and I feel like with good reason. I'm really excited for this one. I'm gonna turn myself down just a tad. But I'm really excited for this one. Today's our first experiment. So, yeah, I put a lot of effort into this one. I don't know how many people are going to be able to show, but it's fine because afterwards there's going to be a VOD and people can follow along kind of at their own pace. Not going to be able to stay long because of the whole have to go to work tomorrow thing. Oh man, having a job? Damn. Sleeping, getting healthy? Damn. Well, I appreciate you just being here, even if it's for a second, man. I appreciate that you even thought to come in the first place. I've been missing you a lot, man. I was actually talking about you on my very first stream. Oh, he got ads. I'm sorry. Also, hi, David. How are you? Oh, shit. Yo. Yo, Prince Bacon, man. Thank you so much. It's me gone. Dang, I appreciate you doing that. You didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate that. That's really nice of you to sub. You know who actually came in from your stream on my first one back was Appy Bappy. Appy Bappy stopped in and immediately dropped 10 subs. Howdy, hey. Yeah, happy. And I was like, what the hell? That's so nice. So yeah, it was kind of funny though, because you know, there's like the first, wait, it says you have the founder badge too. I don't know how that works. I thought the founder badge was only for the first 10 people, but we already have 22. Now you're 23 subs. Oh, gifters can't get? Oh shit, I thought they were all scooped up already because Appy, I thought, just like handed them out like candy. Damn. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm down with that. So we still have some left. I wonder how many left there are. Only if they continue sub immediately. Oh shit. That's interesting. Okay. I actually have no idea how many are left then. It's got to be like less than 5. I feel like it's probably less than 5, but that's cool. That's cool. Anyways, so I'll kind of want to get into it a little bit. I'll do a quick recap of last stream. So last stream, we did just kind of a chill like DBD challenge where we tried to do a victory where we didn't touch a... Yo, Uber Cork, what the hell? It's good to see you too. Thank you for the sub. I can't believe people are coming in to sub. That's so nice. It's good to see you, Cork. Good to see you back. Resubscribed for 6... How did you... It says you resubbed for 6 months. I haven't even had the subs live for 6 months. How does that happen? You're like hacking Twitch or something. Sheepishly takes seat at the back of the class. I remember from before when we did the Among Us streams, Korg. I remember you were like really like humble. Not humble. That's not the word I'm looking for. But you like let other people go in front of you, even though it was your turn to like come into the game. You were like, nah, like let someone else go in. Always really nice. Bag of the glass is the best. True. Factual. Yes, so we are going to get into the QOTD in a second, of course, because we have that every single stream, as you guys know. BRB, no problem. Take your time. Take your time. Grab some tea, grab some coffee, whatever you need. I guess you're not going to be drinking coffee, though. Hopefully not, right before bed. Oh, yeah. Get cozy. Get cozy. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one today. I'm really excited. But yeah, so we did the no generator challenge last stream, which was really fun. We completed it 3 times. Welcome back to Twitch. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. And it was actually kind of cool. Even though it was really chill, I had a really good time. And I changed my Twitch I changed my Steam name from, it was Booner Up, like for DBD, because there's boons in the game, right? So I was like, Booner Up, you know, haha, boner, funny, I'm a child, right? And so I changed it from Booner Up back to TTV, it's Dale Corey. And like, it's crazy how many people just kind of see it and then check to see if you're alive. Because I got like something like 10 follows from people just like coming in from the game that I'm in, and then just like watching for a second, being like, oh hey, like that was fun, I'll follow. I thought that was kind of crazy. I don't know if that's typical, but I remember before I used to like get on average like 1 to 2 followers a stream. And I imagine like with just chatting streams like this too, there's so fucking many people doing just chatting that it's like, I'm probably gonna get 0 followers from this stream because the discoverability is like non-existent in the just chatting section, which is fine. I'm still hyped. I'm still hyped. I have no issue sleeping with caffeine right before bed, but I know it still messes with the quality. Lol. You know what is interesting that I found out recently is that people with ADHD, when they drink caffeine, it actually makes them more tired. So I wonder if you have something with ADHD. Need a mental health category on Twitch. Yeah, they really do. I feel like everyone just kind of piles into the just chatting category. And that's too broad for what Twitch has become now. Like, yes, it is mostly for games, but there's a lot of people on here who just like come in and chat too, you know, and have like specific things. Like the only way people could find me, but no one uses this, there's like tags which you can see like somewhere underneath me. And I have like mental health in there, but who actually looks for those, you know? Who actually like searches the tags? I don't really think anybody does. But yeah, ADHD, you wrote down your 4 core in advance? That's crazy. That's crazy. While I'm intimately familiar with the feeling of showing up to school, I have not done my homework. It actually feels weird to be prepared. That's funny. And I actually appreciate you doing that too. I wonder if, as we go through the stream, if it'll change too. Oh yeah, where's the feet tag? Yeah, I took it off for this one. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if I want to keep it or not. I feel like it's really funny to have the feet tag. But at the same time, like, it doesn't relate at all. Like I said, the only reason I had it was because there was like an OF streamer who also does Dead by Daylight as like her other thing. I don't know if she like mainly does OF or if she mainly does streaming. I think she does both, honestly, like equally. But she put feet in her DBD tag, but she doesn't associate the 2 accounts at all. Like she doesn't associate her OF with Twitch at all, right? So like she's not showing feet on Twitch or anything. And that had her most searched. That was the most searched thing out of all the tags, and it was not close. It was like thousands for feet, and like she had other things like e-girl or like that sort of thing where I would have thought, okay, like people are gonna be searching e-girl, but no, it's feet apparently. After being off for 5 days from work, the first day back is always rough. Oh yeah. Mondays are brutal, so I'm here. Hey, I appreciate you just being here. What if the solution to all our issues is a good foot rub? You know what? I mean, this is kind of what this is about, right? Like, we're gonna be doing like a bunch of different experiments over the course of like the next long time, but the thing is, like I said in the first stream, some of them are probably not gonna work for you, and that's fine. Like today, and after this first experiment, like I imagine it probably won't work for some people, but for some people it might. Like it might not work for me either. Like I'm in the same boat as everyone else, right? So yeah, like some things might work, some things might not, and maybe that's right. Maybe we need to do a feet rub experiment where we go and get our feet rubbed every week. Maybe that has like some correlation. Wait, there is like a reflexology. I swear this is a thing. Or like they rub certain areas of your foot, and that's supposed to like connect to different parts of your other parts of your body and brain and shit. I swear that's a thing. Look it up. You solved it in the first 15 minutes. I think you did too. Like genuinely, that might be a thing. All right. Without getting too much further sidetracked. Yeah, so I was going to talk about Prince Bacon a little bit actually at the start of the stream. I was going to say like I got in touch with them and just like said hello. I got in touch with a few other people that I used to talk to as well. Like some of you might remember Banana Cake. She used to stream and like she used to sing, and I think she did a game that I don't know what it was. It kind of looked like Stardew Valley, among other things she did. But she was also like a tea sommelier as well. She was trying to get that. And so I messaged her again because she hasn't been streaming since like roughly the time I had also stopped. So yeah, I talked to her a bit and just like asked how she was doing, and she's doing great. She said she also went through some stuff and is doing a lot better now, a lot more stable. Please tell me this stream's assignment will be to go to my first spa. Your first spa. That's wow. You should go to one just for the experience. It's actually, I feel like I went to my first one when I was like 18 or so. And yeah, it's an experience. Like I thought it would be a lot more relaxing than it was, but I also like didn't know what to ask for at the same time. Like I didn't know you could be like, "Hey, can you like go a little softer?" Cuz the lady that was doing me wasn't doing me. But the lady that was massaging me, she was like really, really going in. And I was like kind of in pain sometimes. Considering a spa day for your you should do it. I mean, I know you're like sitting on the computer a lot during work. And getting like a back massage, like a lower neck massage, you know, that would be nice. That would be really nice. That lady was doing me. Yerp. But yeah, so I connected with some people, and honestly, I'm just surprised like the people from before didn't hold a grudge, because like I just left for a long time and didn't say anything. And so I would understand like if people were like, "Hey man, that was messed up," and like I don't know why you did that. I would get it, you know. But luckily, just some nice, kind-hearted people who understand and are forgiving. It's really nice. It's cool. So yeah, I'm going to be posting some clips from the last stream from DBD. I think I'm going to make a separate channel on YouTube for gaming, because the mental health stuff in the gaming is just like way too different. And as like as much as I would want to do like both on one channel, I don't think that's going to work well. So I'm probably going to make a second channel to post like all of the gaming, mostly DBD content. Work brought in folks during busy season to give us chair massages. What? That's so cool. Was it like a thing where they had like a setup station, and then like, I don't know, every now and then you go on break and you just like go in the chair like face down for 10 minutes and then go back? Or do they just like make their rounds while you're working? One very important question about that, by the way. About what in particular? I said too much to remember what you're referencing, but shoot. Yeah, so question of the day, guys. I pressed the button for the question of the day and it didn't go. All right, question of the day. So I wanted to make the question of the day today a little bit related to what we're talking about for the stream, which is values, right? But also wasn't literally like, what are your values? You know what I mean? So the question of the day today is, what is one thing that really matters to you right now? Okay. So I'll give you guys a second to think about it and answer it. I'll answer it as well afterwards, but I'm kind of gonna talk a bit about it, so I don't want to take a bunch of time and start going while you guys are answering. I'm gonna sit down as well. they had a setup spot, and we signed up for 15-minute sessions. That is so nice, man. I saw, you know, the first time I saw that was actually recently I was in Vegas for the World Series of Poker, because my cousin, one of my cousins is like a pro poker player, and so he was playing in the World Series. He was doing really good, and so we went out to go watch him, like to see if he placed high, and he placed high. I don't remember how much he made. It was a lot. It was a lot of money. It was like hundreds of thousands. Dale's live and Balti's here. Bog. Hey, what's up, Balti? It's good to see you. How you doing? Right now, I think people are answering the question of the day, which is, what is one thing that really matters to you right now? And I'm gonna say mine in a bit. I've had this burning question for years. How long did it take before your eyebrow looked normal again? I actually don't remember how long it took, but it was a long time. It was long enough to where I continuously thought afterwards, why did I not charge more for that? I feel like I thought that immediately too, by the way, because I remember I had the idea when you guys had me shave half of it. I was like, please God, someone else not think to just leave it like that and just give me another $50 to shave the other half. But you guys also immediately thought of it, and so they're like, you guys were like, no, we're not giving you fucking anything more. Fuck the charity. Screw the charity. We want you to look stupid as fuck. Which, fair. I would have done the same thing. How was your day, Balti? How was your day? Yeah. So I want to say, I mean, it took at least 2 months, because my eyebrow hairs don't grow in as fast. They don't. Day's all right, getting through it. You streaming helps. How's your day? Damn, don't gas me up like that. It's good. Well, honestly, it's kind of just getting started, if I'm being honest, which is sad because it's 6 p.m. But I was working on stream stuff until like 6 a.m. or so this morning. So, and then I got up at like, I want to say 2 p.m. and worked on it more until now. But I've been having a really good time with it. So I can't complain. Like I said, I'm really excited for the stream topic today. Really excited. All right. No one has answered the question of the day, so I'll go ahead and start answering it myself. So one thing that really matters to me, so when I asked myself this question, like a lot of things came to mind, right? So a lot of things came to mind for me. You know, you think about like your family, you think about therapy, you think about like exercise, like your health, you think about other people's health, you think about like your friendships. Like, of course, there's so many things that could come to mind. And so what I really focused on with this question was the last part, which was right now. And so what actually was the first thing that came to my mind was showing up for myself. So that was my very first thought, and I actually kind of skipped over it when I first thought of it, because I was like, nah, I can't say that. Like, people are gonna be like, that's selfish. You know, that's kind of like a selfish thing to say. And I also thought it was kind of cliche, you know, like, I'm gonna show up for myself and I'm just gonna love myself. That's kind of the vibe I got from it, you know. So I honestly didn't want to say that, but what I realized was, yes, it is selfish, but it's not something I've historically done, and I've just started doing that a little bit. And also, it's not selfish in a way as well, because when you give yourself more, you're also able to give other people more too. And so, like, yes, it is selfish. I think people would be right if they thought that, but it's also not in a way. So one thing that matters to me right now that's been on my mind a lot recently is how I'm going to spend the 4th decade of my life. Wait, that's the 4th decade? Wait, 1 to 10, that's 1. 10 to 20 is 2. Holy shit, it is the 4th decade. How you're gonna spend your 30s, and what are you gonna have to show for it? Interesting, interesting. I think a lot of people struggle with that question, because I think a lot of people, when they think of the number 30, especially on Twitch or like in entertainment, they think I'm old now, you know? Like that's when a lot of entertainers start like going downhill, because they're not like youthful or whatever anymore. And so I think a lot of people like equate that with like aging and the beginning of like the end of your life, which is crazy because you're not even like halfway through. But yeah, that's an interesting question, because for a lot of reasons. I have like so many responses in my head right now. But yeah, it's an interesting question because you don't really need to show anything for it, do you? You know? Like, do you need to show something for it? Is that something you actually want? Or do you want to just like kind of live and be peaceful? Like, do you want to find happiness, like some sort of contentment? And what does that look like? Does that include having something to show for it? There's a lot of ways you could go with that. A lot of questions to ask with that one. Nick J, how are you? Hello. Good to see you, Nick. Good to see you. I'm so happy that people came to the stream today. I'm excited. I was nervous. I was telling Gopal the other day, I was assuming like my first several streams back were gonna be kind of rough. Because of how like the first time when I first started streaming, a lot of times I would have to just talk to myself for like several hours to an empty chat, which makes it harder, and it's, you know, it's more fun when you have people to bounce off of. But for this stream in particular though, it's actually kind of interesting because I have so much content that I feel like I could just keep going and have a good time. And the best part about it too, the best part about this experiment is that I also don't know what I'm doing. So I'm also doing the experiment with everyone. So like that in of itself is exciting. So like, honestly, while I have more fun when there's people here, I would also have fun if it was just me doing it. Nah, bro, it ain't selfish at all. Showing up for yourself, showing up for yourself and loving yourself is hard. True, facts. I think for some people it's harder than it is for others. At least for me, I'm in a similar boat, so I feel you and I'm proud of you for showing up for yourself. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, I've been, the one thing that I've been showing up for myself for recently, like the past 4 months, is going to the gym consistently, except for this week. I haven't been going this week, which is not great. And I think it's because I've like been starting the stream, so I have to find a way to kind of balance the two. And now starting the stream too. I've been consistently for the week it's been doing stream stuff and showing up for that. And that's, while I am like showing up for other people and I hope other people get value out of it, it's also me showing up for myself every week. I'm determined to be a late bloomer rather than someone who just never blooms. That's a really great mindset to have, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people, they just don't think about it. They just like kind of live like in each moment and like get by, and that's kind of where they stop. So I do think it's important to have a goal like that where, you know, you want to bloom at some point, and maybe in your head you know it's going to take you a long time realistically, and that's why you're saying that. But yeah, I'm curious actually why you want to be a late bloomer instead of like a quick one. Like, why not right now? What's your reasoning? 30 seconds overrated? 80 seconds gonna be peak cinema. Wait, 30? What am I? I'm confused. Am I stupid? I agree with Gopal. I think that people can view it as selfish, but it's impossible to give love and be present when you aren't taking care of yourself first. True. Mental Positivity Mondays with Dale. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I've been waiting to do this. Hold on. I mentioned this briefly last stream, okay? But every Monday from here on out is called something, if anyone remembers, okay? Every Monday from here on out is called Menti B Monday. I'm having a Menti B. Menti B. Menti breakdown. We're having a Menti B. Menti B Monday. Yeah, I was really waiting to do that, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, that's what the series is going to be. Like every Monday, it's going to be Menti B Monday. And then Saturdays are just like, sometimes we'll do like a chill game. Like last Saturday we did. But the main thing for the stream is Monday. It's going to be Monday. I'm putting a lot of effort into the Monday streams. I have a decent handle on contentment already. Wow, impressive. But what I don't have is purpose. Okay? And I want to create something to leave behind. Interesting. So you want to have like some sort of legacy, is what you're saying. My issues center around mortality and feeling like I've actually accomplished something in the end. I've talked to people who have this, where they feel like when they die, they want to have like some sort of something they're leaving behind, like something where it's like you look up who invented, I don't know, a paperclip, like something like that, and then like your name pops up, just like something that proves you existed in a way. And I'm not sure I necessarily want that myself. Like I don't know if I care about that personally, but I can understand why someone would. Yeah, legacy, right. I don't know the Menti B reference. It's like a mental breakdown. It's like short form for mental breakdown. I love it. I feel like you're gonna help out a lot of people with this. Hey, I appreciate that. I don't know how it's gonna go. And I mentioned the first stream, but I've been talking about returning to stream a lot with my therapist over a long period of time. And so one of the things was like, why are you, she asked was like, why are you coming back? Like, what's in it for you? Was basically what she said. And I was like, huh. I was like, I don't know. But after thinking about that question, the answer I came up with is like, the stream is as much for me as it is for other people. Like as much as I want it to be about other people, and that's a huge motivator for me. It's I would say equally about helping myself too. I think it's 50-50. Because like I don't know what I'm doing. I want to invent Paperclip 2. Paperclip version 2.0. Patch coming soon. Oh, dude, another super important question. Can you still do a bear? That's crazy you remember that, by the way, because I only had that for a little bit. But no, I can't. I took that off of my my thing. Yeah, I took that off. I used to have buttons. There was like 4 buttons I could press where it was like it just rotated the screen. But I do have what do I have? I think I have Zoom. So I have Zoom if I'm in the right spot. I feel like it's very dramatic if I look at the camera. Yeah, sorry, Uber. You prefer Uber or Cork? I feel like I asked you this the first time, and I just like switched between the two anyways. So honestly, you'll probably answer, and I'll probably keep switching, but it is what it is. The guy who invented the paper, the paper, Robert Clifton. What a name for paper. Actually created by accident. Wait, so the paper clip or I'm guessing you meant paper clip. Robert Clifton, actually created by accident. He originally wanted it as a way to straighten out the collars on shirts and found an alternate use. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of like the sticky note. I know that's like a popular one people reference. Another super important question. What's your favorite One Piece art? Wow. What a question for that too. You're mid Wano, no spoilers. Oh, this is a good question. I think it's Wano. I do think it's Wano actually. Because without giving spoilers, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I feel like One Piece, as it's gone on, has continuously got better. And at the same time, as One Piece has gotten better, it's also become like more important to me personally because I'm more attached to the characters. Like I almost feel like a parasocial connection with these characters, you know? And so in Wano, I feel like it was like a huge culmination. Like it really had a big effect. I feel like it was long, but the payoff was good. And they changed some stuff up at the end. So I won't mention what they did, but they changed some stuff up at the end that I really liked. I really liked what they did at the end of it. Lack of barrel roll is giving me a minty B? Yeah, you used it right. That's fair. Paperclip, yep, I thought so. That cannot be true that the guy's name was Clifton. There's no way. I'm sure he just named it after himself. You're just kidding me. Oh, you bitch. Son of a bitch. Classic G-Paul money move. I think the story's generally gotten better, but I'm still not huge on everyone's post time skip look and cup size upgrades. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like, yeah, the portrayal of the women is just kind of annoying sometimes. And that's just how it is, like, across anime. Also, hi Barbalurgi. Hi, Blake. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. So, let's get into the meat of things, all right? So we did the question of the day. I'm actually gonna skip some of this stuff. Oh yeah, I do want to mention because David pointed this out to me, and I didn't know that. But I didn't know this. There's a free tier on Patreon. I'm gonna just link the Patreon as I start talking about it. But there's a free tier on Patreon, and I didn't know you could join for free. So if you're like skeptical about it or just like want to be in without investing, you can. So I did make another post, a free post. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday morning on Patreon, and it was just like a journal style reflection of how I felt after the first stream, because it was like a mixed bag of emotions for me. So if anyone's interested in reading stuff like that, it's there, it's free. And then the stuff we're going to be doing today, I have a couple templates that I've made so that you guys can like kind of follow along easier. And then also it's like, if you want to print them out, like if you're a Patreon member, you can print these out. Like they're available on Patreon if you're a Tree member. And yeah, again, it's like, it's not necessary. Like I'm never going to try to like sell the Patreon, you know? It's literally not necessary. You can just watch the stream and do everything like on a blank piece of paper and be just fine. It just makes it like a little bit easier, and it's if you want like a little bit extra, and it's mainly to support me and like me doing this, okay? So I'm not ever gonna be like, hey, if you're like not in the Patreon, like you guys are like fucking missing out, all right? That's not how it is. It's just a little extra something. It's mostly to support me. That's it. Speaking of anime, Attack on Titan's finale is a big release for my fourth core. Oh, big reason for my fourth core. A big release for my fourth core. I was like, are you busting a nut in the finale? Get to later. Yeah, I'm interested to hear like how you came up with your values, by the way. But yeah, we'll get to that. Goal was to make it as believable as possible. I'm glad it worked. Dude, I have too much trust in you, Gopal, is the thing. I trust you too much. Also, if your answer to the question of the day is to do more for yourself, and I think it's okay for these streams to be mainly for your sake, not 50-50. If we gain something too, that's like a bonus. Fair. I mean, that's a fair point. But I think at the same time, it's like, what do I want it to be? Yeah. But yeah, that's a good point. I'm actually gonna think about that. Like, is it a 50-50? Again, like, if no one was here, I would still have a great time. I would still have a really fucking good time because I made this experiment. I'm gonna do the experiment. And I'm gonna have a good time doing it. Like, I'm just gonna have fun doing it myself, and I believe in the process that I've made. So either way, I'd have a good time, you know. But it is more fun when there's people to do it with you and like share it with you, in my opinion, too. You know. All right. So yeah, let's get into it a little bit, guys, shall we? So yeah, today we are experimenting with core values. We're going to be self-assessing our core values, like self-identifying them, and then we're going to narrow down those values into 4 core ones. All right, and I think that's important to narrow it down into 4 core ones, because I don't think it's really possible to focus on, I don't know, like more than 5. I think would be pushing it. Like, you can have a lot of like tangential values in your head of like, okay, you know, I want to be honest, I want to be like, you know, I want to be XYZ, whatever. Like, you can have those tangentially, but I don't think you can truly like focus on more than 5, you know, and have them be like a core one, if that makes sense. So I think it's important to narrow it down. And I also made it 4 because it just makes it easier to do 1 per week, you know. But yeah, there's also not like one right answer to your core values, right? So like, this is something that could also change over time. Like, you could have your 4 core values now, but then like, I don't know, 6 months from now, maybe that looks different for you. Or maybe after this experiment, you're like, I actually didn't resonate as much as I thought I did with loyalty or something. I don't know. I just thought of a random one. Right? So yeah, the hypothesis for this experiment is, if we live by these important core values, we should feel more fulfilled, or at least feel a bit more positive about ourselves, right? That's like the hypothesis, and so we're gonna test to see if that actually holds. But at the same time, we're not gonna have any expectations. I don't want to like have an expectation that we're going to feel amazing afterwards. Like, we're gonna do this and like, oh shit, our life's been changed, baby. No. It's gonna be like, literally, we just notice, okay, this is how we feel. Was it good? Like, was it bad? Is this something like we would continue doing? Does it just feel like extra work? That's it, okay? So yeah, I guess I want to ask, like, off rip, when I say like values, like personal values, does anyone have like 1 or 2 that immediately comes to mind for them? Just throw them in chat if there's like 1 or 2 that just like right away you think of. Also, if your answer to the question of the oh yeah, I read that. Most of the people I see in traffic have 0. Oh yeah, I also, the other day, I added like a bunch of like random facts to start rolling in, like every so often, automatically on stream, about penguins. There's a lot of interesting facts about penguins, guys, and you're gonna fucking see them. I do not care if you don't want to. So yeah, I didn't think about this, but penguins have, talking about mental health, now I'm talking about penguins, but penguins are actually, I don't remember what it's called, but they have a certain kind of camouflage, and their bellies are white because, like, if a predator is looking up at them, like underwater, if you think underwater, like it's bright up there, when you're underneath looking up, that's why it's white. But when you're on top, pause, looking down, it's dark. Turn on the lights though. Damn, having unrealistic expectations was my first value. Crumples on paper. Loyalty for sure. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I think the first two that came up for me was honesty. I don't even remember the second one, but the first one was honesty. That was just the first one that came to mind. It wasn't like a one that was necessarily important or like a core value for me. All right, so I'm going to explain how it's going to go step by step, and it's really simple. There's going to be 4 steps. First, we're going to brainstorm the values. Okay, I'm also going to turn my camera down a little bit. Okay. So yeah, first we're going to brainstorm the values. So in this section, we're just literally going to think of all the personal values that we can, and we're going to write them down. Okay. That's the first step. Okay. Second step is we're going to narrow it down. So we're going to narrow it down to like roughly 8. So we're just going to start crossing out ones that we don't like heavily resonate with. Or like we immediately know like those aren't going to be the core ones, right? And then we're going to narrow it down from the 8 to our 4. All right. So yeah, and then after that, we're going to talk about journaling, like documenting it, which is going to be really simple. I say journaling, and I think a lot of people are like, oh my God, like I don't want to journal, but it's not difficult. It's literally like you're going to think about it once a day. And if you did the thing, you're just going to put a check mark. Like it's going to be really easy. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys the template that I made. All right. Should I put myself like down? So this is like the word one that I'm going to be filling out, but the actual template is this. And so this is what you can download on Patreon, okay? So it's really easy. So the question we're asking is, what would your life look like if you intentionally lived by your core values, okay? So that's kind of like the hypothesis we're testing. And then we're going to brainstorm our personal values. So there's like a bunch of spots. I think there's like almost 30 spots. And you're just going to like write it. You're just going to start going, okay? And then you're going to narrow it down to 8. And then we're going to pick our 4. And then afterwards, if you want, like when you're looking at your 4, you're going to write down how you feel looking at your 4. All right? Really simple. I believe Robert R. Clifton was the foremost authority on penguin research, so we have his work to thank for. Yes, that is also true. Shout out Robert. Oh shit, I already skipped some steps. That's the first and last time I ever do my homework. No, it's fine. Like, if you already know your 4, you know, who cares? You don't have to, oops. You don't have to exactly, like, follow this if you already had your 4. Totally fine. You're streaming in 720p, by the way? Oh, so it isn't like the most crisp test? I wonder why. I wonder why that is. So I don't think I should be. But anyway, I can zoom in. I can zoom in as well. I mean, we're going to be... We're going to be filling it out anyways as we go. But yeah, so this is what you'll see if you download it on Patreon. But again, you can just do this on a blank sheet of paper. You don't need this. Like, you don't need to have this. It's just to follow along, and if you wanted it to be easier and you were on Patreon, you could do it on Patreon, you know. All right. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in again. I feel like that's pretty solid. Okay. One sec. Gotta move some stuff around. Cool. All right, so yeah. So like right now, if you can think of some values that you have, just start throwing them out. So we already said, and I'll just put them on here. All right, so we had honesty, right? We had honesty, we had loyalty so far. Uncrumples my only piece of paper. You've got this, Court. Don't stress about it, all right? Like one could be, and these, I'm just gonna start listing them, okay? Like one could be like beauty. One could be like wisdom, right? So there's no wrong answers to this, all right? Just whatever you have, throw it out there. Did I miss one? I feel like I missed one. Never had disco my hands. I'm actually gonna pause the music too for this. All right. Oh, I just remembered the second one I thought of. So the second one I thought of was dependability. So my first two that I thought of when I just like asked myself the question were these two. And again, I'm right there with you guys. So like I also intentionally have not thought about this. So that I could be doing it with you guys. Integrity and growth. Having no wrong answers. Having two legs. Good input, Nick. Thank you for that. Growth. That's a good one. Like I don't know. This one I see on a lot of like dating apps. Open-mindedness. It's a good one. I'm trying to think of like politics now for some reason, but like I guess that's kind of, I don't know, integrity is like kind of tied to politics. I don't know, you could say like political affiliation or something, maybe. Mayo. All right, I'm not gonna put any more meme answers. That's the last one. Sticking to one's principles. Yeah, what would be the word for that? Can someone think of the word for like sticking to a one-legged pumpkin bread? How are you? Wonder who that is. Yeah, can anyone think of the word for like sticking to one's guns, basically? There's a word for that. I can't think of it though. Compassion. That's a really good one. Curiosity. Yeah, it falls near reliable, dependable. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's kind of like dependable. I feel like it's integrity. It's like a cross between integrity and being dependable, but I don't know if there's like a word for that. I think the word is conviction. Is that it? I feel like that's conviction. Yeah, I feel like that's it. That's got to be it. Did I miss any? Honest answer, as I did do this exercise. Wait, you did this with your therapist? That's crazy. Wait, I'm like a therapist right now. I thought this was an original idea. Reliability. Okay. Yeah. Reliability. Wait, is that how you spell reliability? Yeah, that's how you spell it. Let's go with that. Yeah. Okay. Authentic. Oh, that's a good one. Authenticity. Maybe like community, and then like the opposite of community would be like individuality, and then maybe like I was gonna say something with like uniqueness, but I feel like that's also individuality. It was a bit different, but similar core values thinking. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. All right, let's try and fill this out. Like justice. I feel like that's a good one. Justice. Maybe like I want to say like frugality, but I feel like that's not the right word. Self-awareness. That's a good one. Self-awareness. Maybe along with that, like emotional intelligence. Oh, humor. That's a good one that we missed. One that people sometimes feel bad about is saying wealth. Oh yeah. And I guess with that we could do like power or something. Okay, this is a pretty good list. I'm gonna delete Mayo though. I'm gonna delete Mayo and I'm gonna delete having 2 legs. Sorry, Nakai. One-legged pumpkin bread. Sorry about that, you know. Peacefulness, non-violence. Did we do peacefulness already? No, we didn't. I thought we did peace. Peacefulness. Or we could also say that's like contentment. Contentment. Oh, along with that, like joy. Joy. Like that was one we missed. Or like kindness is like kind of like compassion, I guess. But like joy. All right, so we have a solid list. Right? So if you're writing this yourself, you can just like cross them out, like the ones that you know are not going to go into your 8. Or you could like just change the color. I don't know. However you want to do it. List making ability. It's funny. Yeah. So if there's any that like immediately stick out to you, write them in 8. And this is like, again, there's no right answers for this. So these should be ones that resonate with you specifically, all right? With you specifically. I'm actually going to do this myself as well while you guys are rocking it. And then I'll do like a little reveal. How long should I give us for this? I'll put the timer up, actually. Not that one. Where's my timer at? There it is. Let's do wait 2 minutes. 2 minutes? No, let's do like 5 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes. We'll give ourselves 5 minutes. Is it going? Hello? Okay, there we go. All right. Ooh, this is difficult because like there's, you know, you want to put a lot of them, but you have to narrow it down. Like you want to believe that you're. I guess something that could help when you guys are looking at this list. Actually, do you guys need to see the list? Like I'm imagining some of you guys did not write it down and we're just like looking at the list I was making. Do you guys need to see the list? Let me know. You screenshotted it. Wow, genius. All right, I'll put it back up for a second. If anyone needs to screenshot it, do it now. But yeah, I feel like this is difficult because
Let's fucking go!
oh, with the prime sub, thank you, one-legged pumpkin bread. Wait, I wonder, yes, Dad. I wonder if are we out of the first founder sub badges yet? Pumpkin bread, type in chat. I want to know. I want to know now. Because I thought we were out. I thought we ran out, but I guess the gifted ones don't count. Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, you got one of the first ones. Hell yeah. I don't know how many are left. I don't know how many subs are left. It's pretty sick. All right. I mean, just here we have 1, 2, 3. Gopal's 1, 4. Appy's 1, 5. We have like 3 left, I feel like, or less. I don't even know if we have any left. Watching without audio? Oh, this thing. Why does it say watching without audio? Okay. I actually have to pick them. So we have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. So I'm going to start picking mine. As you guys are as well. All right. So right now we're picking our 8 values from the list that we made. Oh my God. I'm going to put one that I just remembered. Maybe you guys can add it too, but accountability. Accountability, all right? That was one that, spoiler, I'm going to put on my 8 that we did not say. Yeah, this is hard because like what I'm trying to think of as I'm narrowing it down to these 8 values is what do I want to live by? Like these are things that I want to live by actively and like work on actively. I feel like that'll help. I feel like that'll help me out. You know who like I'm strangely thinking of right now is Uncle Iroh from the last Airbender. Like I'm thinking of what qualities he has. So random. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of his qualities because I feel like he's just such a cool dude. Uh all right. Another one you could, well, I don't know. I was gonna say strength, but like power is maybe related to that. But I feel like power and strength are 2 different things. Okay. Man, this is difficult. I'm on 8 out of 8. I don't know how you guys are doing. That's a good one. Are you talking about accountability? Okay. I don't know. I like this one better. I'm replacing one of mine with another one I just saw. Uh Okay, I think I have my 8. We have 30 seconds left. I like 8 of these on top of the 4 that I chose earlier. Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm looking at my 8 and I'm looking at the rest of them and I'm like, man, I'm really having to like not choose some of these. Pretty brutal. It's a brutal process. All right, we 10 seconds left. Make your choices. Quick, quick. Make your choice. That's a DBD perk, isn't it? Yeah, it is. God, I'm such a nerd. Such a nerd. Make your choice is the killer perk where if you're a certain certain amount of meters away from the person that's getting unhooked, then that person that's unhooking them becomes exposed. Isn't that cringe that I know that off the top of my head? I'm working right now, but I am furiously internalizing my values right now with everyone. I'm glad that it's furious. No one about what? What are you being a little bitch about, Pumpkin? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Oh, DVD. Pumpkin Bread, if you guys don't know, absolutely fucking hates Dead by Daylight. All right. What in the fuck did you just start talking about? It's Dead by Daylight. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm such a slut for DBD, you know? I think about it constantly. All right, so these were the 8 that I picked. If you feel comfortable, share the 8 that you picked. So I picked honesty, I picked open-mindedness, accountability, emotional intelligence, wisdom, conviction, compassion, and loyalty. I'll explain like my reasoning a little bit. And again, there's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. It's just whatever you feel, like whatever resonates with you and that you want to work on, that's going to be yours. These are just mine, right? IDKY, it says I'm watching without audio. I can hear. I don't either. The funny thing is, it wasn't saying that before. Before it was, it had like a Twitch Prime icon next to your name. Now it just says watching without audio. Anyway, so I'll start with loyalty. I feel like loyalty is not one that's going to make a lot of people's lists, but loyalty is actually very important to me because I feel like it's kind of like a lost value right now. Like I feel like a lot of people don't value it because everything is online, right? So like your friends, if you don't want to hang out with them, like you can just kind of like text them, you know what I mean? Like you can just kind of have them in your life kind of like floating around and still be like friends. But like if they need you there, you know, you should be there for them, in my opinion. So whenever I find someone who's like incredibly loyal, or like, for example, if someone like messes up, like this has happened to me recently where like one of my friends like just severely fucks up, okay? Like they do something more morally unethical, uh and it, it just sucks that they did that and they recognize it. And what ends up happening a lot of times, I feel like, is friends will just drop them after that. Like they do like one thing and then they just drop them, or they'll just take the other person's side who was right. And I'm not that type of person, and I understand if people are that type of person, but I do not believe in that, personally. So like for me, I'll just say like, hey, I see you messed up, you see you messed up, like let's just grow and move on from it. All right. I think it's important to like stay loyal to people who have historically been good to have in your life, so yeah, I feel like that's lost nowadays. Does anyone else feel that way? Does anyone else feel like loyalty is kind of like a lost thing? That's like the badge equivalent to talk to the hand. Dude, that's what I was thinking. I thought Pumpkin Bread did that on purpose to piss me off because I know he likes messing with me. But it makes it even funnier that he didn't, honestly. Uh yeah, and does anyone have their 8? Someone type their 8. Or are you guys still working on it? Are you guys still working on it? People move on from relationships or friends, romantic, quicker than they doom scroll. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the level of care for other people nowadays has gone down so much. And so when I see other people that do things where it could be so small. Like for example, one example from my life recently was I was like I was talking to an acquaintance on social media. This was like a few months ago. And I just straight up was like, "Hey, do you want to be closer friends?" That was it. I was like, "Do you want to like talk more outside of social media?" And they were like, at first they kind of were like, "Okay, whatever, blah 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 blah." And then but eventually, we started talking more, and then I said I was, dealing with something, and I didn't like say like I expect anything from them or like anything like that. And every day for like 2 weeks, they sent me things, and I didn't respond to any of them until afterwards. But I didn't respond to any of them, and they still kept sending me just like nice messages and like checking in, asking how I was doing. And I was like, damn, like this is someone I want to keep around. You know, I just feel like that type of behavior is really rare nowadays. Even small stuff like that. Loyalty is a tough one, yeah, because with all these online friendships, it's like, do I even know this person well enough to warrant my loyalty yet? Yeah, true. We need more strong slash close friendships, and among those people, loyalty is hugely important. I agree. I agree. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard too to form those close relationships now because of social media too. Because like if you have the urge to like connect with someone, the easiest thing for you to do is just to go on social media and scroll a bit, and then you get that like hit of dopamine or like that need that you wanted. So, or if you take it even a step further, you just like message someone, like respond to a post or something they did, and then you feel like you've met your need, but then you never develop the level of closeness, you know, that you actually need to feel like socially fulfilled. Social media has really done a number on our society's mental health. It's so true. It's so true. The only one I have right now is Instagram. I mean, other than Twitch, you know what I mean? But the only one I have right now is Instagram, and I haven't been on it for like a month and a half because I don't know. I just feel like I'm wasting my time on there. And I'd rather just like talk to people I like, instead of like a bunch of people that like I barely talk to. Like I definitely have fallen into the don't text them 3 times in a row. They don't like you. What do you mean by that? Like, are you saying like that's how you think right now? Like if you text them 3 times in a row, they don't like you, or are you saying like that's been a mistake you've made? Oh, okay, I think some people might be afraid falling into the needy category, so that's so true, and I have also fallen into that trap. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, I have like definitely messaged someone and then stopped messaging them because I thought, okay, well, like they just don't want to respond or something, or like they don't care about responding. And I think sometimes that's not the case. I think sometimes that's not the case, but sometimes it is too. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like we talked a lot about loyalty right there, but yeah, these are my 8. So I think we've talked enough about it. So I'm gonna move on to choosing our 4 core. This is gonna be really hard. So, yeah, I think the strategy here is if 1 or 2 stand out, like it says right here, like if 1 or 2 of these stand out right away, just put them in. Just put them in. I'm sure there's one that you like heavily connect with. Like for example, I think for me, I think I would just put loyalty in because I just talked about it for a bit, and it like resonates with me. So that would be like the one I put in, and then try and figure out the rest. That's my strat. That's my strat for right now. So if you have one that's like really strong, put that one in. And then if you have one that you feel like really loose about, I would say X amount. So I'm gonna Oh, you're right. I did just mute. Sorry. Is it easy to see the timer? Thanks for pointing that out, by the way. Like, should I change the color of this timer? All right. Oh man. This is difficult. This is difficult. So I think I'm gonna put my first one as loyalty. This is hard. This is hard. Hmm. I'm wondering too, like which ones do I need to work on and which ones am I already good at? Because like some of these I feel like I'm good at already and I don't really need to work on them. I mean, I could, but I don't feel like it would challenge me, you know? Okay. I think I've picked my second one, and it definitely helped saying what I just said about needing to work on it. That this is one that I need to work on. You can just make it enormous and cover the whole screen. Just have it cover my face. Timer looks fine. Okay, thanks. Thank you guys. I've got 2 so far. I'm struggling with my third and fourth. A lot of these values I do like, and I try to follow them generally, but they're either so second nature that I don't have to consciously obey them, or they're not something I have much personal experience being tested on. So not choosing them as core values doesn't mean they're not important to me. Yeah, true. Like yeah. Like you're not saying like these ones are more important because you're picking them, but these are still core values that you want to actively think about. And again, like if you want to pick the ones that are second nature to you, like I'm saying for me, like I want to pick ones that I'm not so good at or that I feel like I could work on, but you don't have to do that. You could pick the ones that are second nature to you and that would also just be fine. Because over the next month, whereas before it's just second nature to you and you just like do it already, it'll still be different for you because you'll be actively thinking about it. You know what I mean? You'll be actively thinking, okay, today I'm going to be thinking about loyalty. All right. What am I going to do today to demonstrate that that's what I do? Whereas before it's just like, yeah, this is like, you don't think about it. Does that make sense? Like you don't actively choose to participate in it. It's just like something that you believe about yourself subconsciously, you know? And I feel like there's a big difference. Jesus, we only have 40 seconds. All right. All right. I think I have my 4. I think I got my 4. So in like 10 seconds, if anyone's comfortable sharing their 4, go ahead and type them out, put them in the chat, and we'll discuss. We'll discuss. All right, good stuff. All right, these are my 4. But again, if you're comfortable, go ahead and put them in the chat. If you know your 4 values you want to work on, that makes me wonder if I should pick 4 that I just need to work on rather than the 4 that I think are my most self-defining. It's totally up to you. Again, there's not a right or wrong answer. You can do this experiment however you want. You know, there's no pressure. If you want to pick ones that you think are going to be easy for you, it's still going to be different and it's going to be not something you've done before because you're actively thinking about it. But if you want to do ones that are maybe challenging for you, then yeah, pick those and see how that goes. Like everyone's experiment is going to be a little bit different. You know what I mean? There's not like a right way to do it. Like for example, mine, like I would say I'm a very loyal person. So I feel like this one is going to be easy for me. Whereas like this one, conviction, I feel like it's going to be really difficult for me. Because like I said before, I have a difficult time showing up for myself. And a big part of conviction is saying you're going to do something and then following through, not just once, but like consistently, you know? So like I actually have a little bit of both in mind. Whereas I am a dumbass. That's actually kind of why I put wisdom on there. Because a lot of times the reason I picked wisdom was because I feel like a lot of times I just kind of like cruise or I will like intentionally ignore things. Like for example, I feel like I have a certain amount of bandwidth for politics, for example. So like on social media, I see people post like all sorts of stuff about what's going on in the world. And I just kind of like tune it out because I feel like with me, with like all the mental health stuff I already have going on in my head, like I do not have the bandwidth to also be thinking about that, but that also makes it so that I don't educate myself on it too. So I feel like in that sense, I'm not as like wise as I could be. So that's something I could work on, right? And so the reason I picked compassion was because I feel like while I would consider myself a compassionate person, or I would hope to be that, that's not something I actively think about and like choose to do every day. And so I think it'll be interesting by choosing this one, how that's going to impact me throughout the week that we work on that one. If anyone has their 4 and is comfortable sharing it, put it in the chat. But if you're not comfortable sharing it, that's totally fine too. Totally fine too. You don't have to. I'll give you guys a second. After this, after we've talked about our 4 for a little bit, we're going to, this is like an optional part. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but after you've picked your 4, I would encourage you to like take a second, and you can do this mentally as well. Just take a second and notice how you're feeling about it. When you look at these 4 values and the ones you picked, like how do they make you feel in the moment? And again, there's not like a right answer for this. There's not a wrong answer either. It's just you noticing. And that's kind of like what we're going to be doing throughout the month, is we're just going to like notice how it makes us feel. Okay. And then after that, we're going to talk about how we're going to document the experiment over the next month. And again, it's really simple. Like it's going to take you like a second per day. Super easy. All right, integrity, kindness / respect. Interesting. Growth and loyalty. Hey, Balti also picked loyalty. My man. Sheesh. Integrity. I feel like integrity is such a good one. I feel like integrity is kind of like an all-encompassing one. Man, now I'm like, should I have picked that one? That's a good one. That's a good one. Nice, Balti. I like your 4. Growth. Growth is also a good one. Man, now I wonder, like, should I have picked growth too? That's so good. I'm happy with my 4, but I feel like I could have picked some of those too, and I would have had a good time with those. I would have like felt an impact with those. Man. Yeah, growth, because growth is like so broad too. Like growth, like could like, you could like say growth and then just like pick a bunch of these, you know? Which actually, I feel like that makes it hard. I feel like that one's so vague that it might actually be hard to focus on that one. So I'm interested to see like what you do with that. All right. So I'm going to do this optional like reflection. I'm just going to say it out loud. So looking at these 4, I'm kind of feeling some mixed emotions. Can we define integrity real quick? Sure. How do we want to define integrity? How would you define it? Or do you not know? I guess I would define it as like, it's kind of similar to conviction. I don't know how, like, to me it's similar to conviction. I'm actually going to look it up and see what the definition is. Define integrity. Okay, so Google says the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. That one's also kind of vague to me. I'm interested to see how Balti's gonna like think about these and what he's gonna like choose to do. But yeah, it's kind of like conviction to me in a sense though too. Like I feel like you could easily say they're like synonyms. Because I imagine if it's like, you know, it says the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. It's like, if you say you're going to do something, then you're going to do it, you know, like you're trustworthy, you're dependable, that sort of thing. How one acts when no one is watching. That's another great way to describe it, I think. It's kind of similar to a lot on the list. Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I'm really interested to see how Balti's goes. All right, so yeah, if anyone else has their 4 and feels comfortable sharing, go for it. Otherwise, I'm going to keep moving on here. So yeah, I mean, me looking at my 4 here, I'm feeling like I feel mixed because I feel like it's going to be hard to have conviction like all the time. Um, like I feel like that week in particular, when I'm focusing on that one, is going to be really difficult. Um, and I also feel like wisdom is actually going to be really difficult because I feel like there's a lot of avenues you could take with trying to be wise, like actively choosing to be wise. Um, like, does that just mean I'm learning more? Does that mean I'm trying things that I haven't tried before? Like, what does wisdom mean to me? So I think that's one thing I'm going to have to figure out for that week is like, how am I going to define wisdom and how am I going to think about it throughout the day? Yeah, I'm actually feeling like it's different. I'm actually feeling like it's different than I thought it was going to go because like when Balti said his, like I feel like there's so many different ways you could go with a couple of the ones he said, and I'm thinking the same with wisdom. Like there's so many ways you could go with that that I feel like you have to make it a little bit more specific in order to feel like you're actually working on it. So that's going to be interesting when I get to wisdom. But I'm also excited looking at these too because I don't know, like I feel like when I look at these, they they resonate strongly with me and like who I want to be as a person. And so when I look at these and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be doing these, I like get a little bit excited. I don't know. Are you guys kind of feeling that as well? That's I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I don't know. I feel like a little bit excited looking at these, knowing that like I'm gonna actually try to do these. Oh, okay, then yeah, that's one of my 4 too. Okay. Integrity, self-awareness, honesty, non-violence. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Well, what do you, okay? What non-violence? What does that mean to you? Because I think it could mean some different things when I'm thinking about it. Self-awareness. That's a really interesting one too because that one I feel like you can never stop working on. Like you could work on that endlessly, you know? Like even like the Dalai Lama, he's meditating like 4 hours or so every morning, you know? He's he's still doing it. You know, he's still learning more about himself. And he's like 90, right? I don't know how old he is, but he's old. I feel like you could just keep doing that forever. Loyalty, humor, compassion, honesty / integrity. Okay. Loyalty, humor. Hey, my man. Loyalty. I knew Gopal would pick loyalty. If I know Gopal, I knew he was picking loyalty. Humor? I feel like I wouldn't have guessed that, but it makes sense now that I see it for you. Compassion, honesty, and integrity. Does anyone have like one that they're excited about? Like you're looking forward to the week you work on that one. And like why? Like why are you excited for that one in particular? Cuz I feel like looking at mine, I'm most excited for the conviction week cuz I feel like it's going to be the most challenging. Like that's my reason. Um so that one like jumps out to me. Does anyone have one like that where it's like I'm really excited for this one, you know? Gopal's yours makes so much sense to me. Just knowing you, just it's just like, yeah, that's I read yours and I'm just like, yeah, okay, that checks out. Like I'm a pacifist essentially. Okay. My goal is to never resolve anything with violence. Okay. Never physically harm another person for any reason, etc. Makes sense. How are you going to work on that? Like, or not work on it. I shouldn't say that. How are you going to actively think about it? Like, what do you think you're going to do during that week? Like, when you're done with your day, what are you going to say? Like, okay, I was nonviolent to the best of my ability that day. Like, how are you going to answer that question? You know what I mean? I'm just curious, by the way. I'm not trying to say anything. Maybe get into a situation where I want to punch someone, then resist it. Yo, don't go outside when it's Cork's week for non-violence, guys. Just so you guys know, don't go out that week. He's gonna be going up to people. You wanna fight? You wanna fight? Put him up. He's just gonna be like rage baiting people constantly, you know? And then he's gonna resist it. He's gonna be like, tell me I won't. Tell me I won't. And then another person's like, you won't, you won't. And you're like, damn right I won't. I'm non-violent, bitch. Anyone have any like thoughts or feelings looking at theirs? Thoughts or feelings looking at their values? Do you feel like any sort of excitement for one of them? Do you think it's going to be hard? Do you think it's going to be easy? Any thoughts on that? Then afterwards, we're going to just briefly look over the template I made for tracking it. Super easy. I feel somewhat horny, but that's unrelated. I tend to have that effect when people watch my streams, so I get it. Not the first time, won't be the last. Penguins slide on their bellies to slide across ice and snow faster. This is called tobogganing. What a follow-up. The fucking contrast between the message before and that is hilarious. Just imagine if you were in 1080p. I wonder why I'm not. I should check my it says I'm 60 FPS. Am I 720 for everyone? Oh, you know what it is? I actually don't have a choice in that. I think that is Twitch's algorithm that does that. So like I think depending on how many people are streaming and the bandwidth that the Twitch servers or whatever has, it puts some streamers on 720 and then it puts some on 1080. I'm guessing it like prioritizes partners first, which I am not. So yeah. Actually, I randomly remembered that from last time I was streaming. Let me take the counter off. Or just put another one on. Hey, why fucking not, you know? Preferential treatment. Twitch doesn't have fairness. For real though. No, like actually. I'm pissed. All right. So, let's move on. Let's go to the tracker. This is the template I made for the tracker. I'll zoom in. I feel like that's solid. We can do a little bit more. But it's really easy, guys. It's so easy. And again, you don't need this. This is on Patreon, but you don't need it. You could just do this yourself, like write this on a piece of paper yourself, right? But yeah, so each week you're going to focus on one. And you can focus, it doesn't matter the order. Like one strategy you could do is like, maybe you put the one you're most excited for first. Maybe you put the one you're most excited for last. Okay. So like you keep the momentum. I don't know. However you feel like works for you, just do that. All right. But you're going to do one per week, and you're going to go through your day and you're going to think, okay, today and this week, I'm focusing on loyalty. All right. And so as you go through your day, you're just going to kind of keep that in your head, just like a little bit. You're just going to be like aware that it's there and that you want to be as loyal as possible. And maybe you do something like a little extra that you normally wouldn't do. With regards to loyalty, to make it feel like you're really working on it. And so at the end of the day, all you're going to do is you're going to put a check or something in the box for did you do it? So let's say you did do it. And it's Monday. So maybe I put like a dot. All right. I put a dot. So I did it that day. Let's say I didn't. Just leave it blank. Leave it blank. You missed it. You fucked up. And if you did fuck up, like maybe you can say why in the notes section. Like this part you don't have to do, but you can. All right. So let's say you didn't do it and you want to say, all right, or Monday, we'll say Monday, I didn't follow up with a friend when I said I would. Like you could put that in there, you know, you don't have to, but you can. Or you feel like and maybe, so like, let's say you did that extra action that we talked about earlier, where it's like, okay, in order to be extra loyal, I'm going to go out of my way to check on 3 friends, you know, just three of your closest friends. So you could say Monday, checked on 3 friends. And maybe you say how you feel about it too. Felt nice. Like something like that, right? So yeah, the notes section is for whatever. You can put nothing, or you can put like specific things to help you remember what happened. Up to you. Again, it's like how much do you want to involve yourself is totally up to you, right? So yeah, you just do that for every day of the week. And then the next week you pick whatever that is. So like, let's say I did wisdom the next week. You do the same thing. You just repeat the process 4 times. All right. And so after each week, you're going to do like a reflection. So this is like the only part that takes like really any effort. You're just going to briefly write, you know, 1 or 2 sentences saying how it felt to do it that week for that one core value you picked. Okay. And then this part is also optional. I should have said it was optional, but it's optional. After the whole thing is done, you just write your findings. Like, how do you feel now that you did it? Do you feel like it's something you want to continue doing maybe? Do you just feel like it was like extra work, like, and you don't see the value in it long term? Like it was fun, but like just a one-time thing, whatever, you know, it's just your thoughts, your feelings. And again, there's like no right or wrong answer. There's no pressure to even do this section. It's how much like you want to be involved. And yeah. Moment you pulled up this schedule, I had like an instinct to ask for an extension, like an extension for for the schedule. That's hilarious. Dot for did, not for hit. I'm confused. But yeah, so that's it. That's it. It's really easy, guys. Super easy. Literally at the end of the day, like if you have something like this printed out or you're doing it on your own piece of paper, whatever, put it next to your bed. And every night before you go to bed, just like do a check or not do a check. So easy. So easy. IDK, don't look at me. Sorry. I'll look away. Yeah, it's so easy. All right. Damn it, now I have to buy a bedside table. You don't need a bedside table. You can just put it on the floor. I don't know. Just somewhere where like you're going to remember to do it. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions? Like anyone have questions, or does anyone want to share therefore maybe missed it, or any final thoughts or questions? Because that's about it, guys. Like I said, it was going to be under 2 hours. This stream was going to be under 2 hours. And that's how it's going to be like every Monday. Every Monday stream's going to be like around 2 hours-ish, depending on how much we go into detail and talking and how much conversation there is. So I'm doing which one this week? I haven't decided. I'll probably like let you guys know in the Discord. Oh, I guess I should mention that. Yeah. Hold on. So in the Discord, meant to be Monday's happening. There is a new section. There's one for Patreon members, which is like there's a little bit more involved there, but there's this one, which is free. Like you can just go in, you know, and you can just put in updates for what you're doing. So I'm going to put in my own updates here, but you can, if you want, like, again, it's how much do you want to be involved is totally up to you. Like you can post here. You could not, you could do the experiment, or you could just like watch everyone else do it, or you could just watch me do it. It's literally how much you want to be involved. There's like no pressure to do literally any of it, you know? So I'm going to be putting my thoughts and updates and whatever in here. If you guys want to, you can as well. But yeah, I'm going to pick my first one and I'll probably put it in here. So yeah. I think everyone in here is in the Discord. I'm pretty sure everyone in here is in the Discord. Just in case though, I think I have a command for it. I think I have a command. Nice. What a great streamer I am. God, I'm so good at my job. Printer too. Yeah. All right, let me see if there's anything we need before we wrap up. Clappy. Oh yeah, so the question of the day today, my answer, so the question of the day was, what is one thing that really matters to you right now? When I answered that question, I kind of like answered it a little bit, but I didn't want to go off the rails. But when I answered it in my head, like yesterday, I had a really long answer to it. And so I'm going to post like a really long reflection to it as kind of like a bonus piece of content on Patreon. If people are interested in reading why I think it's important to show up for yourself, as well as like some personal examples of how it's been difficult for me, as well as like how I've also shown up for myself despite those. So yeah, if that's something that's interesting to you, make sure to check out the Patreon. I'm going to be posting my first like journal style reflection for the experiment on Sunday on Patreon as well. Yeah, I mean, that was it, guys. That was so easy. We brainstormed, we picked our 4 values, and now we're just gonna think about it for like a month and like see how it goes. And then in a month, we're gonna reconvene. I mean, obviously every Monday we're still gonna stream, but for the next few streams, it's gonna be a different topic. But then we're gonna circle back to this one in exactly a month and talk about our results and how we felt and how it went and all that good stuff that we already talked about doing before. So yeah, I just want to say like, hey, like thanks to everyone who came in. Thanks to everyone who chatted and participated, people who just like lurked in the background and kind of hung out. I appreciate you guys too. And I appreciate everyone after the stream who's going to watch the video. I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to chop it up, you know, make it a little easier to digest for the people that enjoy that. Probably put some clips out too. I still need to do some clips from the last couple streams. So that'll take a little bit, but so yeah, I appreciate you guys. It was so nice of you. Thanks for the subs too. Prince Bacon came in like immediately. He was ready to go and subbed. Korg, thank you for the sub. I don't know, how did you resubscribe? I'm going to screenshot that and show you guys. It says you're resubscribed for 6 months. Bro, I haven't had the subscription available for 3. How do you have 6? It's huh? And Pumpkin, hey, thank you for the sub as well. I appreciate you guys for that. Appreciate you guys. Also, we're almost at 300 followers. It'll be my second time hitting 300, by the way. After I stopped streaming, I lost like, I want to say 30 or 40 followers. So this will be my second time hitting, hitting 300. And then 310 I have not hit yet though. So that'll be a new one. That'll be a new one. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited for this. I actually believe in this, in the process, because while I may not know like how this is gonna go, I believe in the direction. I believe in the direction that it's taking me, and I feel like as long as I'm going in a direction, I can feel good about that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's results, and I'm looking forward to doing the experiment. Appreciate everybody. I'm gonna check and see if there's anyone we can raid. I don't know if there is. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can raid someone real quick, because I keep forgetting to raid people. But a lot of times there's not anyone I know online either. So let's see. I might raid Neens, who is a DBD streamer. She just started though, so she's only been live for 6 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna raid a Dead by Daylight streamer who's really cool. I really enjoy. Her name is Shay Rachel, guys. If you guys don't mind, thanks, Dale. Love you. Bye bye. Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. I have a raid message. Eventually, I want to have like, eventually I will have some emotes. I'm still working on like what I'm gonna do. Like, I kind of want to do penguins. I don't want to do like my face. You know, I want to do like penguins. I feel like that'll be fun. To have like penguin emotes. I will be here for the next MenTV Monday. Let's fucking go, baby. Dude, I'm excited. Like, genuinely, I'm excited for this. Anyway, okay, love you guys. I'm gonna type the raid message. Just go ahead and copy paste that in the chat. What if the conclusion to all of this is that the best thing for your mental health is to uninstall DVD? That would be funny. I doubt it though. I can tell when like, I'm gonna put the end screen up, but I can tell when a game is not healthy for me, and then I stop. Like recently I stopped playing RuneScape because it got to that point. But anyways, when you go in the stream, be nice, guys. She's great. I've been having a good time in her stream for a while, so appreciate you all. Let me start the fucking raid. Hold on. I promise I know what I'm doing. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm out.
How are you? I hope you're doing so good today. Let's see. Okay, he did hit somebody with the blood favor. Nick, finish it. Please, Nick. Thank God. That wasn't blood favor. That was probably undying. Oh, no. Hi, Dale. How are you? Thank you so much for the raid, friend. Good night, Paulita. Sleep well. Hi, Cincy. Oh my God, Dale, thank you so much for the raid, and thank you for trusting me with your community. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you so much. How was your stream? Tell me all the things. I hope it was so good. It's McFucking Dale! I know, he's part of the McFuckins, guys. He's part of the McFuckins. How was your stream? Tell me all the things, bestie. How was it? Can I get a shout out for Dale? I heard you were a sandbag queen now. I am Cincy. It felt right. I had to sandbag. It felt right. Okay, there was the blood favor, finally. Thank you so much for trusting with your community, Dale. Also, Dale and Dale Raiders, if you guys need to raid and run, I completely get it. Please take care of yourselves. Drink some water, eat some food, touch some grass. But if you would like to hang out, I would love to have you here. Stream was really fun. Was just started a mental health experiment. What's the experiment? Can I hear more about it? I gotta know. Know where her headset is from. It's a Razer. Let me look. I have this written down. Headset. It is a, oh, not Razer. It is a Logitech G Pro X2 Lightspeed. That's what it's called. That's the headphones. Ah! What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? Thank you, of course. Of course. They've got this set in also, I think, black and white. Is I think like the 3 colors.